What's up, man?
What's going on?
Well, I'm going to do my best to try to turn this into a baseball podcast.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, what I've got is way off.
Yeah. I just got to get you on board.
Okay.
So
I'm game.
now it seems we're still on the baseball kick, and I can't get away from it. But you told me the story a few episodes back about the dude that drove his mower to see his brother.
Yeah.
So it just popped up on my feed the other day. So I was scrolling through. Well, I found this baseball player that I feel like led a pretty interesting life. So I got 3 pages on this guy.
Oh, nice.
So, but his name's Rube Waddell.
Wait a minute. Let me show off my baseball knowledge about Rube Waddell.
Yeah.
Did he wrestle alligators or something?
Yeah.
Yes!
He got me on this.
How do you know? That's all I know.
That's all you know?
That's
all right, cool. That's one of the things, though.
That's all I know. There's a baseball player here today.
It's official.
Yeah.
ADK is a baseball podcast. One guy who doesn't know and one guy who thinks he does. So, but yeah, he played for the Louisville Colonels.
Oh, good deal.
So maybe that's why you know him.
Where are there alligators around Louisville?
Well, he also played for Pittsburgh Pirates, and I don't know if this was a misprint. I'm going to have to look this up. I didn't do my research on this, but the Chicago Orphans. I'm assuming it's the Cubs, but Wikipedia may have failed me on that. But Philadelphia Athletics, and he also played for St. Louis. He was a pitcher, lefty. He's 193 wins, 143 losses. He had a 2.16 ERA. That's earned run average.
Okay.
And he had 2,316 strikeouts. So not a bad. He's a Hall of Famer.
Oh, nice.
So,
but we're claiming Louisville like this.
Yeah, that's where he started. He made his debut in Louisville. So he was born on Friday the 13th in 1876. He died on April Fool's Day in 1914. So this dude only lived 37 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's what starts out the weird stuff. Friday the 13th, and then
April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day.
And he lived how many years?
37. He was 37 when he died. I can't say the word. It was tuberculosis.
Yeah.
Losis. I want to say locust.
Yeah.
It's tuberculosis. Locust. So, yeah, it's that.
That sounds like a bad Pokemon.
Yeah. He had the tuberculosis. But
like.
So this is the one you know. He disappeared for months in the off season. They found him wrestling alligators in the circus.
In the circus.
In the circus.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
he didn't just go pick fights with random gators or nothing like that. So he left mid-game one time to go fishing, right? And he had some obsession with fire trucks. So I wish I had more information on some of this stuff. I found out about him, but he would run off the field to chase fire trucks down. So it's almost like a kid, sees a fire truck, doesn't care if he's mid-game or not. He's going to go.
It's like they're in the 6th inning. He's like, hey,
yeah.
I got to check this out.
Yeah, this is Noah in T-ball. This is what it reminded me of. Noah, when he played T-ball, we'd be watching, and he would disappear. So we'd be like, where did Noah go? And it was one of those creepy moments where you're looking, and then you kind of look to your side. He's standing right there, full uniform. Full uniform, just standing beside me. What are you doing? He goes, I'm done. Tired of playing. For the day, I'm done. Noah once played defense for the opposite team and got his own teammates out. So, he has kind of this, reminds me a lot of Noah, chasing a fire truck down.
Childlike spirit.
Yeah. He just loved them fire trucks.
Well, what year is this? You said it was
1876, or this has been in the early 1900s, I would imagine, when he was playing. Yeah.
Well, he died at 37. So.
Yeah, 1914. So.
Well, good for him, man. If you're going to only live to 37, do what you want.
Yeah.
Wrestle alligators. Chase fire truck.
Yeah.
Whatever.
He was probably having the time of his life.
Yeah, really. I mean, something about him just knew, like, I'm gonna do whatever makes me happy.
Yeah.
You know what? What? And tuberculosis. Locust.
Yeah, locust.
Tuberculosis.
Locust.
Yeah. I'll never be able to say that.
I can't. When I was reading it to Jack the other day, I was telling her about Rube, and I was like, locust, I can't say that word, so I knew it was going to be a fun time when it came to that
It's
part.
like in my head. Like when you say road. Maybe you
Road.
say road. Tuberculosis.
Yeah, tuberculosis.
Tuberculosis. Oh my gosh, I got to get this settled in my mind. I'll never say it right again. Tuberculosis.
Yeah, losis.
Locust. Yeah.
It's a different kind, It's
TB.
yeah, TB. I almost said it, but I was like, what's the fun in that? Just saying,
No, that's my favorite part of this podcast. So,
yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
Rube's an interesting guy. But
Yeah,
tuberculosis.
Yeah, it's better. That's where Noah gets it from. Is this guy right? I never chased a fire truck though. Not mid baseball game.
Right.
But he had his team he was playing for at the time. I think he was playing in Milwaukee, but he had a double header, so they had to play 2 games back to back. He pitched 17 innings in the first game and won the game by hitting a triple. So he pitched 17 innings and then won the game off his bat. So the manager says, well, I want you to pitch the second game. Well, he just pitched 17 innings. This is unheard of.
Right.
You're lucky if pitchers nowadays get past 100 pitches, more or less 17 innings. So I don't know if there was, like I said, I wish there was more. I got more from this, but I'm assuming he didn't want to do it because the manager promised him a 3-day fishing vacation if he pitched. So he goes out, pitches 9 shutout innings in the second game. So just wins both games and then goes fishing.
So really, all this GOAT controversy about LeBron James or Michael Jordan.
It's Rube.
It's Rube.
It's Rube, yeah.
Yeah. Did either one of them wrestle alligator?
No.
No.
Chase fire truck in the middle of the game.
Yeah. And he's in the Hall of Fame. He lived to 37.
Yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, how old's LeBron? He's still playing? 43?
Yeah, something like that. He's in his 40s, we'll say.
We know what that's like.
We do.
Neither one of us are playing NBA level basketball. Though, so.
Yeah, I can't dunk anymore.
We're not playing high school level basketball, let's be honest.
Yeah, I never played like rec league basketball or, just in the gym for, recess.
No. Well, we recently we were on this trip and we played volleyball.
Yeah, my shoulder still hurts.
Yeah. And not athletic. Not athletic.
Yeah, no. But in the 1903 season, he began the season sleeping in a firehouse in New Jersey. So he just lived in a firehouse, New Jersey.
Living his dream.
Yep. And he ended the season as a bartender in West Virginia. So
again, no story, no.
No. They just hit you with this, and that's it.
Why has there not been a movie?
I don't know.
A Rube movie. We had Rudy.
Yeah,
and it wasn't half true.
That's true. It's true. It wasn't true.
Right. But then you got Rube over here.
Yeah,
killing it.
Well, I'd like to know, like, he played for like if he was playing for Pittsburgh or Louisville, like, you couldn't just how do you get from New Jersey to Louisville every day?
Oh yeah.
And then and then wind up in West Virginia bartending. Now, I could see that because I doubt they paid the players very well back then.
Right.
Maybe in between seasons he lived at the firehouse. Then when the season started, he went wherever he was playing, and then when he finished that season,
He went to West Virginia.
How many seasons did he play? How many years did he play?
I had that information and I didn't write it down.
Yeah, somebody call him in.
Yeah. But so he saved a woman from drowning. Once again, that's all you get. He saved a woman from drowning. He accidentally shot his friend in the hand. So I would love to hear that story. And then he was bitten by a lion.
Probably when he was going to the circus, wrestling alligators.
Yeah, that's what I figured, Where else would you run across a lion? But it's Rube.
Yeah,
It's
right?
Rube, so we don't know. And He saved people from a fire by carrying an oil stove out of a building. Just picked it up, carried it out before it caught fire. So, yeah.
Yeah, this guy. So, we're talking about men,
Yeah.
being men. Rube.
Mm-hmm.
In the 1900s, men were men.
Yeah.
Listen, we'll wrestle alligators. We'll save people from fires and all this. We're also going to chase the occasional fire truck and go fishing in the middle of a game.
It makes you kind of jealous, right?
Really jealous.
That you just don't do what you want to do. What makes you happy. You
Yeah,
know?
we've been talking about 3 weeks playing golf. We ain't done it yet.
It's true.
I see this podcast over.
Yeah, we just go play golf.
Right in the middle.
Get the clubs.
Yeah, what's important, though? You know what I mean?
Golf.
What's your priority?
Yeah.
For Rube, I mean, we didn't even know what kind of guy he was. Really, he could have been a terrible person.
Yeah. But he sounds cool.
In 37 years, he lived more than most people.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking whenever I was writing all this down. I was like, I've never been bitten by a lion. Never wrestled an alligator.
How we just now found out about this guy? Like, I knew something, but I don't even know.
Yeah, I was surprised. So respect.
I didn't know where I found that out. I can't remember where I even heard about it.
Yeah.
Baseball's not my realm,
Mm-hmm.
But, you're right. Wrestling alligators is one thing. Like, okay, you were in Florida, the opportunity presented itself, whatever.
Yeah.
That's where they found you. They just happened to come at that time. No. In the circus.
Yeah.
Wrestling alligators. In the circus. Like, that adds another level of crazy to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's living this carny lifestyle, wrestling alligators in the circus.
Yep. And loves fishing, fire trucks. Well, like I said, do anything for a 3-day fishing vacation, evidently. You know.
Pitch a shutout, game. That's a lot. Yeah. Yeah. So, we talked about it with, what was the guy's name? Lefty something? No. Had the crazy mustache. You're talking about the mustache episode.
Oh, Raleigh Fingers, I think it was.
Raleigh Fingers. Yeah. How can I forget that name?
Yeah.
But
I think that was it.
Rube, Raleigh Fingers.
Yeah.
That there was a guy named Lefty. A baseball player. Baseball players, that's why it's America's pastime.
Mm-hmm.
Not football. Because in the day, this is where the characters were at.
Yep.
This is where people were fascinated with.
Yeah. And how cool would it be? Like, we talked about LeBron James and stuff like that, but how cool would it be? Basketball season's over. You go to a local restaurant or a bar or something, and LeBron James is there, is your server or, your bartender.
Right.
Like, that's cool, too.
Yeah.
That you could just run into these guys. Oh, we went to the circus, and wasn't that the guy pitching 17 innings?
I went to visit
Is that Rube?
went to visit a local firehouse. There's LeBron sleeping on the couch.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, he couldn't finish the game because he was chasing a police truck or something.
Yeah. That dude, that's a movie I would watch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Hollywood's run out of good movie ideas.
Yeah, they just redo stuff.
Yeah, remaking this again, remaking that again. You're redoing Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, it's starting to become a Fast and the Furious kind of type thing.
And they're not getting better. Which I don't know. I never watched one Fast and the Furious past the very first one.
Oh, you're missing out.
That's the only one I've ever seen.
You're missing out.
Am I really though?
Yeah.
Did they get better?
I didn't say that. I just they get more.
They're entertaining.
Yeah, they get more extreme and yeah.
Yeah, this coming from the Sharknado.
I do love Sharknado.
Yeah, aficionado.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're running out of ideas, but they're out there. There's, Rube out there living the dream. That's a movie I'd watch.
Yeah.
Like that Hugh Glass, The Revenant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, same deal. Here's a guy, had an amazing life. Never heard of him, and all of a sudden they're making this movie, The Revenant. So I did some history and read up on that guy. What a character, Survived by a bear attack, drug himself back to civilization, it's just like one thing after another. And so there are those stories out there. We don't have to keep making Jurassic Park, you guys. Make it an interesting movie. Maybe it's because, I don't know if it's because of, rights to these people's story or...
Yeah, maybe.
Or whatever, but
But the funny thing about that one, Rube, is you really wouldn't even have to Hollywood it up that much.
No.
You wouldn't.
You just tell the straight story,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it'd be a great movie. I think that'd be awesome. So, with baseball, my realm of baseball, I guess Moneyball, if you go by movies,
Mm-hmm.
that's like, when I think of baseball, I think kind of Moneyball. Is that accurate at all?
Oh, yeah. I saw a video when the College World Series was going on, and they had the players rank their top favorite or 5 favorite baseball movies, and Moneyball was in there quite consistent.
Is Major League, anybody?
It was. Major League for me is possibly number 1. Yeah. It's that and The Sandlot. The Sandlot's a classic, too.
It's a baseball movie. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't think Major League Baseball. What's the other one? Bull Durham?
Yeah, there's Bull Durham. It's minor league, yeah. We were, on the mission trip, we were like 35 minutes away from that stadium.
Yeah. I heard you say that.
Mm-hmm. 7 times, yep. You're lucky they weren't playing.
I don't know if I've already seen that movie.
Oh, really? With Kevin Costner? Oh, man.
Yeah. And I like The Sandlot, but...
Field of Dreams is one of the ones I like a lot.
Yeah, Field of Dreams is good. I think Moneyball is the one I remember the most,
Mm-hmm.
I guess. All those. League of Their Own.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That is a good movie.
There's no crying in baseball.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. Remember that? Oh, wait. There's tons of them we're not even thinking of. Angels in the Outfield.
Oh, yeah.
What was the one with the
Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year?
Oh, where he broke his arm? Yeah. That was the funky butt loving.
Yes,
That
that
was-
was the quote. I love those. The other thing that, as far as baseball goes, in my realm of knowledge right now, is Korean baseball.
Yeah, you're a big Korean baseball guy.
Big Korean baseball fan, yeah. I don't know nothing about it other than DraftKings. So,
Yeah.
Other than that, my knowledge of Korean baseball is limited. But I like Samsung Tigers. Don't get these wrong.
No, I'm pretty sure you told me not to say about it. Samsung, then Kia. Was the Kia Tigers?
Kia Tigers, Samsung Lions, and the Doosan Bears. Those are the 3 that
Gotcha.
I kind of follow. LG. I don't know what LG's mascot was now, but they're like could win their championship. They're
Nice.
all they're all like corporate sponsored teams.
Mm-hmm.
So it was Samsung, LG, Kia, all the South Korean corporate sponsored baseball, I guess.
Yeah.
But I saw where people like, I'm not the only one. There's people who order Samsung Lion jerseys a lot.
I wonder where you watch it. Like,
Maybe the internet.
it's got to be, I guess.
Everything's
It's-
on the internet.
You don't find Korean baseball on ESPN.
I think the reason Korean baseball is gaining in popularity, for me, is DraftKings. But I would think that K-pop has playing a role there somehow. All things Korean are being made popular. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's
We'll say it is.
my hot take.
Yeah.
On that. So yeah, K-pop is bringing the Korean culture to probably Gangnam Style.
Oh, yeah.
That was probably the original. That's where it all started. K-pop wouldn't be here without, what was his name? Wim Hung?
No, that was, who did that? The Gangnam.
Psy. Was Wim Hung?
From Duck Dynasty? Oh.
It's either that or
Hey. Oh, is he Korean?
I don't know. We're on a slippery slope. He was, but he was on American Idol, right? He had the Sheba.
No,
Maybe.
we'll leave that alone.
Yeah.
I think I'm right on that, though. I don't know how this went from baseball to all things Korea, but
Because Korean baseball.
it's interesting to me. Again, DraftKings is the only thing I know about it, but what I know.
Right?
My turn now?
It is your turn.
All right, I got something for you. I can find my notes.
You promised to
Sorry.
Blow my mind.
Well, you blew my mind with the wrestling alligators.
I can't believe you even heard. That's what you. I should have known. You're the guy that has the useless knowledge.
Just weird things in my head. So I don't know. I saw it somewhere. All right. So do you know? Total shifting gears here. So
yeah, no more baseball.
Well, maybe there is a connection though with Rube being born
on Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. He died on April Fool's Day.
Yep.
Which president that was assassinated? Was it Kennedy or something was born on Friday the 13th or something like that, or April Fool's Day or something? One of those. Kennedy or Lincoln. They had some weird.
Well, doesn't Kennedy and Lincoln have like a weird, like the way the years are flip flopped on like when they're assassinated,
right?
And
something like
all that stuff.
There's a weird connection there. Jack, I thought you had a video.
I do. We can go ahead and do that if you want.
Oh,
I just didn't know if we were.
Let's do this.
We're
first.
trading punches.
Yeah, we'll trade punches. We'll do this first.
Okay,
so have you heard of Charles Boyd Harrelson?
No.
Nothing rings a bell here.
He didn't wrestle alligators, right?
He did not wrestle alligators. No, he was a contract killer for organized crime syndicate. So
like John Wick kind of thing?
Kind of, I guess more like John Gotti than John Wick.
Okay.
Yeah. So, mafia tied kind of guy. Organized crime. Yeah, we'll say John Wick though. But he was a contract killer, and he was arrested for the assassination of a judge. I got this written down here. John H. Wood Jr. He kills him. And when he was arrested for killing John H. Wood Jr., he said his state of mind wasn't in a good place. Charles Harrelson said that he was his mind was messed up. And so he, at that time, said that he was involved in the assassination of John F. Kennedy. That's what he said. I was involved in killing John F. Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was like 3 other shooters, or 3 tramps, they called them, that they arrested about the same time as Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested. I don't know if you ever read anything about that.
Mm-mm.
He said he was one of them. And anyway, later on he said he wasn't involved. But there was no evidence that tied him to it. So, but they had him definitely for killing this judge.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was a contract killer. Somebody put out this hit on him. His job in this organized crime outfit was to kill this judge, and so he killed him. Now, here's where it gets crazy. He said in an interview in 1982, years later, that he said, if you think that one man killed JFK without any assistance from a rogue agency or government organization, or one of these government groups at all, you are a very naive person. That's what he said in the interview in 1982. This Charles Boyd Harrelson. Now, here's another interesting thing about Charles Harrelson. He was married to a woman named Diane Lou Oswald. Oh, Diane Lou Oswald is the niece of Lee Harvey Oswald. So Diane's father was Robert Oswald, who was named after his 3rd or 4th cousin, Robert Lee, the general.
The Robert E. Lee, Civil War?
Robert E. Lee, Civil War general. And he was the 3rd cousin of Teddy Roosevelt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Teddy Roosevelt, Robert E. Lee were 3rd cousins to these brothers, Robert Lee Oswald and Lee Harvey Oswald. Or Robert Oswald and Lee Harvey Oswald. And that Robert's daughter, Diane, married Charles Harrelson. And so, here's the crazy part. That wasn't even the crazy.
Yeah, this isn't even the crazy.
Yeah, they ain't got crazy yet. Diane Lou Oswald is the mother of Woody Harrelson.
What?
Charles Harrelson is Woody Harrelson's dad.
See, I always heard that Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey were brothers.
Could be.
Okay.
Yeah, so they became friends like on some movie set a long time ago, and instantly were tight. Matthew McConaughey is quoted as saying that, kind of like me and you, him and Woody can get together and do absolutely nothing
and have a good
time.
time.
Best day. Yeah,
oh,
it's
yeah.
the greatest day. Yeah, that's me and you all together. We can get together and do absolutely nothing.
I prefer it.
Yeah,
so
that's why this is good.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter what we talk about. But yeah, so Charles Harrelson, Woody Harrelson's dad, married to Lee Harvey Oswald's niece, said he was connected with the assassination of JFK, has mob connections, and assassinated a judge. Himself said that if you think a single person was involved in this assassination, you're very naive. Yeah, and is the dad of a famous actor.
Yeah, the Cheers guy. A bartender.
Yeah, a bartender.
From Indiana.
There you go. So he was, he said he died, they said he died at the age of 68 of a heart attack while he was in jail. Still. Not really suspicious circumstances at all. But that all blew my mind. It's like, so the more I dug into it, it's like, oh, what started me on it was Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson possibly being brothers. And I saw that quote where McConaughey said, we could just hang out, not say anything, not do anything, have a good time. I'm like, oh yeah, that's me and Jeremy, we could do that. That just led me down this rabbit trail of, well, who is Woody Harrelson's dad? 'Cause I thought Woody Harrelson lived in Indiana.
That's from Cheers. He's a bartender from Indiana. He's from Indiana.
He's a bartender from Indiana.
Yeah, that comes to, was it Boston is where they're at in Cheers, I think?
Oh, yeah. So the actor is from Texas.
Ted Danson is a baseball player. His character is a baseball player that's been injured.
It's all connected.
Yep. He knew Rube, I bet.
I bet he did know Rube. Yeah. So that led me down this rabbit trail of who Woody Harrelson's dad was. I had no idea. And then I started reading, and then that Diane Oswald connection, I was like, it's a little too on the nose, right?
Yeah.
Like,
it's crazy.
So, you know he probably knew Lee Harvey Oswald.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Now, Lee Harvey's story is pretty crazy anyway. And at a young age, they said that he was probably paranoid, schizophrenic, something going on mentally there. They still allowed him to enlist in the military and make him a Marine and all these other things. He defects to the Soviet Union, comes back. Nobody's watching out for this guy, who you know was a Marine, defected to the Soviet Union, is back in the country now, has paranoid schizophrenia or whatever you think he had.
That's why they were tougher back then. They're just like,
he's fine.
Yeah.
He's okay.
Take a salt tablet.
Yeah. And so, now, what I don't know is, did he kill this judge before or after JFK died? But there's a line in the movie, No Country for Old Men. Have you ever seen this?
I have, yeah.
Great movie.
Oh, yeah. Woody
Woody Harrelson plays a role in this movie, and in that movie they make a comment about, well, they killed this judge. Talking about the organized crime, they killed this judge down there in Texas.
Yeah.
And it was his dad that killed the judge. Isn't that crazy?
That's insane.
That is, as soon as I started reading this, I'm like, this is perfect to talk about. And so, all those things connect. Of course, anything JFK, it's like...
Yeah, the last thing I saw about that was the dude driving was the guy that shot him. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen that.
Evidently, I guess the CIA or something, and I might get this wrong, but evidently they made some kind of like pneumatic pistol, which in No Country for Old Men, he has that. Yeah. But yeah, so like we watched a documentary on it where this guy evidently had a video where you can see the dude's driving and he just kind of turns around and pops it.
Wow.
So, I mean, but, you know, who knows if that's...
No, but there's a reason it captivates our
Mhm.
imagination. You know, there's a reason it draws us in. You ever think about this weird connection Hollywood and Washington, D.C. have? Like the relationship between politics and the movie industry,
Mm-hmm.
it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know, it's like too many bedfellows there, too many connections, too many related people. You know what I mean? How Woody Harrelson, famous actor,
Yeah.
and now pretty politically outspoken,
Yeah.
you know, can become one of 100 million. How many people become actors and make it?
Yeah.
And his dad was possibly connected with the assassination of JFK.
Yeah.
Just a coincidence, you know? And maybe he's brothers to Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. Who, read Greenlights if you haven't.
Oh, I want to.
That dude's had a pretty crazy life with his dad, too. I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to spoil anything for you. But yeah, like his dad was not the mafia guy, but more like redneck crazy kind of dude.
Which mom, though?
Matthew McConaughey's mom used to she left his dad a bunch of times, and that's where I think that comes from.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering correctly, in the book he talks about her just like, I think, leaving, going to Florida, you know, kind of like disappearing, and then just coming back. And
Well, she said at the time that she was pregnant with Matthew, she was friends and hanging out with Charles Harrelson. I don't know if she ever admitted like they did anything, but
yeah,
Matthew McConaughey has said that he's thought about making a DNA test.
mm-hmm.
See where it goes.
Yeah.
It's that Billy Corbin. And
Oh, yeah, Bill
Corbin and Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's like,
Yeah, poor Bill, he hates that.
yeah, I get it. And here's another podcast talking about it.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll see it.
But yeah, I mean, think about all the weird connections that, you know, politics have with the theater, or we talked about Abraham Lincoln.
Theater,
yeah, by a actor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and all the different now actors become politicians.
Yep.
Ever since Reagan, you know, something happens. They had this weird relationship. You know, ever since I think propaganda films. You know, I think they shored up a lot of money in Hollywood,
Mm-hmm.
and so there's an investment, political investment.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There. We're being played a little bit. You know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not the biggest conspiracy guy, but I can also just, you know, see things that are obvious.
Yeah.
You know, they are manipulating how we see things and how we want to know about it. Obviously.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
And like, so in Hollywood, nepotism is a big thing. How many times have you, oh, I didn't know this actor was related to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And you find out they're the son or daughter of course, a famous actor. Or
Yeah, I was like that with Angelina Jolie. I did not realize that. Is it John Voight?
John
Is
Voight, yeah.
her father?
Wasn't her mom famous too?
Maybe.
Model or something? I don't know. Well, look at Tom Hanks' kids.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's nepotism is a big deal in Hollywood.
Yeah. Shout out to Orange County.
Yeah. So, and I, the connections are deeper than just get my kid a job or whatever. There's some shady dealings going on there, and I feel that way. Maybe it's been that way since was it John Wilkes Booth back in the day? I sent you that something. That's the tyrant this week.
Yeah.
We'll say what. I remember right now. Though.
Whoop. So yeah. Anyways, if you're gonna read Greenlights, do it on audiobook, and Matthew McConaughey
he reads it?
Yeah. So it's even better.
Yeah, I'll check that out. Greenlight. I meant to.
It's
I
a
heard you
fun.
talk about it.
Yeah, it's a fun book. We'll probably talk about it on this podcast if you listen to it.
I'll listen to it. Yeah, I wanted to. I just haven't for some reason. Actually, I forgot about it. Just this moment.
Just now.
Yeah, but so there is a spiritual connection with nepotism that we can talk about real quick if you want. Like John, first chapter, in verse 12, he says that whoever did receive him gave you right to be called children of God.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so for us, we say nepotism kind of has a bad light. You know, somebody who didn't deserve it, they got the job just because they were somebody's kid, or they got the position just because they were related to whoever. And so nepotism kind of has this bad light. But spiritually, and in the mindset of kingdom of heaven, you don't get in.
Yeah.
Unless you're a child of God.
Yeah.
Unless you're part of the
Unless
kingdom.
you know somebody.
You got it. It's all, it's all in who you know.
Yep.
It really is. It's all in who you know. And not just know. Like, so in verse 13 of that, it says, 12 says, unless you receive him, you can't be called a child of God. To those who receive him, gave you right to be called children of God. And then 13 says, and not by human power or natural descent, or by the acts of a husband, it says, but by being born of God. Not by human action or will or design or the act of a husband, but you have to be born of God. And unless you're born of God, you can't inherit the kingdom of God. Yeah. It's only through the spiritual nepotism that you can get in. It's who you know. It is really who you know. And so, not by any fighting or striving or works that we can do, but being born of the Father, becoming a child of God, receiving him as that Father is the only way. So there's this positive light that can come from this. Like you're connected in this way. And then it's like you can play that, 6 degrees of separation?
Yep.
Or something like that. How many steps can you get to Kevin Bacon or
yeah,
or whatever? Like, we should do that. Like, try to connect Jeremy to Kevin Bacon.
Probably do it.
I think you might do it. I mean, you did marry a famous actress.
Mm-hmm.
In
a baseball movie.
A baseball movie. There you go. What movie was that?
Cobb.
Yeah. What famous actors were in Cobb?
Tommy Lee Jones. And that's all I know.
Was Tommy Lee Jones connected to Kevin Bacon in any way?
I don't know.
Man, I'd love to be able to do this.
We'll have to do this for the next one. Let's see if we can
connect you to Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. Me and Kevin, we were tight.
I don't know. Oh, I think I could do that.
He's a musician, right?
He is a musician.
Yeah. We did open for Skillet. Maybe there's a... Met Fred Durst. Yeah. You met Jerry Cantrell.
Met Jerry Cantrell, yeah.
Mark Tremonti.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah. I don't know. I was trying to think of all the movies Kevin Bacon's been in, but I'm not
Footloose, that's it.
Who's the bad guy? Oh, what a bad guy, but the dad was John Lithgow.
Yep, my man. Which, once again, Orange County. Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you we could do this. But not today. We'll do that another day. But, yeah, it's that. So think about it that way. You could have 6 degrees of separation pretty easy with anybody in the Bible of how you're connected to King David, how you're connected to Nebuchadnezzar. Any way you want to run that, through Christ, you're connected to the larger body of Christ and all these other people who are in that body. So, nepotism's not all bad. I'm just saying.
At least in that.
Yeah. John 1, 12 and 13. If I want to read that. All right, that's what I had.
All right. Are we ready for video time? We need these things. Oh, yeah. You might know about this, too. I mean...
Maybe. I didn't know anything except for the alligator wrestling.
That was way more than I knew.
That's something that sticks in your head.
Which our guys, what is it, ninjas are butterflies, or butterflies are ninjas, or something? Yep, podcast.
No, I don't.
Miracle of Buenos Aires, August 18th, 1996, in this one church in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Someone found the consecrated host or communion, like the bread part, and the way to dispose of that, because it's been blessed, took it and he placed it in a cup of water, basically, and put it back into the tabernacle. But then on August 26th, 30 days later, he opened it up, and what he saw was the consecrated host, the bread, looked like it had blood on it, and it had not dissolved at all. And he's like, what in the world? And so he brought in Jorge, who is Pope Francis. He showed him on September 6th. Pope Francis was basically like, take pictures of it, document it, because this is crazy, because it wasn't dissolving. If anything, it was actually looking like it was growing and like turning into flesh. So they sent it to this guy, Dr. Frederick, in New York, and he examined the sample and concluded that it was human heart muscle tissue. He ran the blood type, and the blood type, it was a AB blood. What is a crazy coincidence is AB blood is also the same blood type that was found in the Shroud of Turin.
Shut up right now.
It's not been disproven ever, but the Vatican has also never made an official statement on it.
That's so scary. I literally was taking communion yesterday. That just runs through my mind of the Eucharist and all that stuff, and that like it actually turning into flesh and like that stuff like that. Like, I love that. It's just something like there's something supernatural about it, and that takes it to a whole other level.
The Eucharistic miracle.
Ninjas or butterflies? I got it.
Yeah. I get a lot of stuff from these guys. They are fantastic.
Are they Catholic?
I don't know. They do a lot of religious stuff, but I don't. Like I said, I don't know if they're Catholic or not. But what drew me to this was not obviously the heart tissue and the blood type, but you mentioned, I think it was in Bible study, about the shroud.
Right, the shroud.
And you were kind of like,
Yeah, I'm back and forth on it.
Yeah. So, one, if this really did happen, why keep it? Why wouldn't the Vatican make a statement on it?
Well, because actually, and I don't know if it's been like this all throughout history, but the Catholic Church is not quick to canonize or validate miracles.
Mm-hmm.
They actually take a while in doing that. And so they have their process of validating or confirming miracles. So if either they're still in that process or whatever. Now I don't know them specifically to cite them, but they say there have been other instances
mm-hmm.
of the Eucharist, like either the blood or the bread.
Yeah. It's just crazy. It was
becoming flesh.
Yeah, the heart tissue and then the AB blood.
That's wild, yeah.
And stuff. But you mentioned, like I said about the shroud, you weren't totally convinced.
Yeah, I've read different things. Like, I think one reason I wasn't totally convinced is because I thought the Catholic Church itself had said they didn't recognize it as like a documented miracle.
Oh, maybe that's why they're keeping
The
hush
shroud
hush
itself.
on that then.
They may have. Now they didn't. They never discredited it.
Yeah.
So same thing.
Yeah.
And then there was another reason, and once it was out of my mind, I didn't store a lot of information about the shroud.
Mm-hmm.
But I really went deep on it for a second because I thought, this is kind of neat, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to remember exactly what made me think maybe not with the shroud. I think it was like because it was lost for a while and then
It just kind of popped up again.
popped back up or something. Or somebody, I thought I read that somebody had confirmed that it was replicated.
Oh, okay.
But I can't remember that either. So,
But
can't
yeah.
hold me to that.
So, what do you think about the communion?
That's wild. You know, the story itself is kind of wild too. So you found some.
Yeah, I guess I'm assuming. Of course, we don't know. Maybe somebody dropped there, or it got dropped, or whatever, and
Their
they
host,
found.
yeah.
And they found it later on.
Put it in some water.
Yeah, which I don't know. I should have done some research on that. Like, what is the significance of that? You know, the
I
water.
know you just can't throw it away.
Yeah.
I guess he didn't want to eat it off the floor.
Yeah.
The priest is supposed to consume that. So I like to read into that and see what.
Might be another visited again.
Yeah, I don't know much about ninjas or butterflies, but I did think that one thing was from them that we talked about.
Yeah, the Pope. The last Pope I got from them.
Yeah, I thought they purposely kind of went to the extreme on it.
Yeah, they're a little silly. It actually kind of reminds me of this a little bit. You know, it's two guys, and then they have another dude that kind of just does like, I don't even know, like humor stuff. They plays guitar a little bit, and then there's one of the guys' wives are part of it. So, but yeah, they're, like I said, I don't know what religion or what denomination or whatever they are, but they usually come up with some kind of like crazy conspiracy thing, which is right up my alley. So.
Yeah, well, it goes into like what I'd like to deep dive on. find out.
Mhm.
Because I've got friends who are Catholic, and they love the site. Like, it's been tested. We found the host that had DNA, human DNA, and it actually became the flesh and the blood. And so, for me, I'm like, what's the purpose?
Yeah.
Of that. What about stigmata too? You know, like when people actually have the holes in the hands and it's bleeding, or in their side, or even sometimes crying.
Crying, yeah, blood.
Yeah. And so, I always think about that movie constantly, or Stigmata was.
And
movie, yeah. And so, okay, what's the purpose for that? Is it just a sign? Is it just bolster someone's faith? And for all the things that sometimes we think are wacky Pentecostal Protestant things you see, a lot of people flopping like fish and or doing some weird dance or whatever. The older, even sometimes Catholic things are a little bit wilder.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, that freaks me out. Like, I see somebody, he's like flopping like a fish. I'm like, oh, they're Pentecostal.
Yeah.
And I'll move on.
What's
But
he
like,
saying? Yeah, we don't know.
yeah. But this, I'm like, because the Catholic Church also, they believe they are the only ones that can do this, right? Like give communion and.
Well, no, they will they say that Orthodox Church has apostolic succession, but that we are apart from that. But they don't put us down and they don't forbid us to have communion or whatever. But they say we're not partaking of the Eucharist because of apostolic succession.
Gotcha.
We don't have that, and there's a few things about that, but one thing I would say is we think spiritually, absolutely, it's the body and blood. Otherwise, why? Why do that?
Yeah.
It's not just symbolic. It's not just in remembrance that there is something significant spiritually that's going on there. It's a sacrament given to the church, and that when taken unworthily, the Bible says that some died. You sleep, you die. It's because they took it unworthily. So it's more than just some bread and juice. And I think the reverence that's shown by our Catholic and Orthodox brothers and sisters are pretty outstanding, pretty awesome. As opposed to sometimes let's get some grape juice.
Yeah.
We don't have grape juice. What do you got? Orange drink or purple drink?
Yeah.
some grape soda. And fish crackers or something, it's like we're losing something there. So I kind of I applaud the reverence for it, and don't discount this.
Yeah,
that would be jumping the gun.
It's kind of way cooler too than like the face of Jesus in your toast.
It is cooler than, or a Mary-shaped potato chip.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's been I think it's good that you would not just automatically grab onto it and say, yes, this is a miracle. You want to take time and you want to, you remember we had a discussion, that wasn't on the podcast probably, but about Padre Pio?
Yeah.
And how he had the stigmata and he bled, all these years. And he himself tormented and had battles of his own spiritually. And you would think that if you had the sign of the cross on you at all times, that your faith would be strong, and you wouldn't doubt at all.
You got no problems, right?
And that's just not the case.
Yeah.
Not the case. Sometimes the believers who have the most reason to not doubt, they'll doubt. They'll have dark nights of the soul that we talked about. So, I think that's crazy interesting. It makes me want to do a deep dive. It makes me want to find out who it was, where it was. And so he gave it to Pope Francis.
Yeah.
At the time. Wow. That's probably the most recent of those that I've heard about.
Yeah, what they say it was 96, I think, is what they said in the video.
Yeah. It also makes me wonder about blood type, because I think it's AB positive. There's one that's crazy rare. And mine's not that. Yeah. Then AB positive, there's like 4% of the population has that blood type. but I didn't think it was that. I didn't think it was. I thought further in history you went back, the more rare it was. Like I thought it was a mutation to have AB positive.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I know I got type O negative. I remember that because of the band. So.
Now they're always looking for type O, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're universal.
Universal.
We can give to everybody.
You're a lifesaver.
Yeah. Except if I need it.
You're in trouble.
Yeah, I have to have type O negative.
Type O, yeah.
Yep. Or yeah, typo. Typo.
So that's interesting though. So I could possibly have the same blood type as Christ.
I know, that's a flex.
Yeah, a blood donor saved my life.
Yeah. Well, I always say that when they say Jesus was born in March. You know, I'm like, oh yeah, March 5th has to be.
Yeah.
So,
hey, did you see? And I don't want to change the subject too fast. This is
you're good.
fascinating. Did you see that where people are like, you take your birth date and you find the scripture that corresponds it? So yours is March 5th, so you'd find a scripture that's probably Jeremiah 3:5 would be.
Oh, okay.
Something for you, like, you know.
Look up Jeremiah 3:5. See what it is.
Look it up, see what I don't know.
This may change my life.
And so I don't know any scriptures that's 4:23. I don't have any memorized. But that's kind of the new thing now. You find your scripture verse is your birthday.
Gotcha.
You can do Jeremiah. Well, there's some good books in the Bible that.
Ooh, that hurts.
Maybe not.
I'm about to memorize that one.
Moving right along.
Yeah.
Thou did evilest things as thou couldst. Chocolate without the King James version.
I know it.
I didn't know she was KJV only.
She's old school.
Not only. That's just the first thing that came up. I'm rolling with it.
Have you seen how AI, what pulls up, like you look up a Bible verse, AI is like the first thing that comes up on Google? Kind of wild, isn't it?
And scary.
Sometimes it's right, though. I told you. Yeah.
Turn it off.
Good. Maybe we'll teach these heathen AIs some scripture.
Yeah.
When they take over the world, they'll be like...
They'll be blessing people.
Yeah, that's it.
The different Terminator movie.
Yeah. Like Skynet.
Uh-oh.
My father, my friends, and my youth was always
Well, that didn't end up so good like I hoped. But
No, that was not encouraging.
Anyhow, back to these miraculous signs. I think that, they're neat, but it's a wicked generation that looks for signs, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I always wonder about that. I always wonder about chasing signs and wonders. Because if you read into it, in the end times, that the enemy will perform signs and miracles too.
Yeah.
If that's what you're about, and that's what you're after, and that's what you need to confirm your faith, probably not real genuine.
Yeah.
Not putting anybody down, but
Well, I mean, you'll probably be easily pulled in. To say that the people that when Satan's released, that they'll number like sands on the seashore or whatever and stuff, and it's like you just come out of the millennial reign type thing. So
yeah, that's to me that goes back to. Well, I don't know if we really want to get into that.
stay away.
We could dig a big hole right here, but
Nate will be watching a 4-hour podcast.
oh yeah, we can go on and on about this, but there is. I'll just end it this way. I'll talk about this. There is more to communion, the Eucharist, these sacraments that we've been given, and I don't think it's okay to not take yourself too seriously. but at the same time, have reverence and honor for, those things that are greater than we are. And
Oh, yeah.
I think that's one thing that we lack in Protestant churches. It's like, okay, we don't have to have the robes and do all the things, but there's more to it too than a top 40 pop song that's on the radio,
Yeah.
right? Or good lighting.
Yeah, well said. Yeah.
So that's what I've got.
Yep, that was it for me, too.
So,
Go golfing.
all right. See ya.
Peace.